Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the weekly reset for week number 27 of Dragonflight Season 2. Technically, I do have vaults today, but seeing as today is the release for 10.2, actually don't think there's any point opening them. It really doesn't matter. The gear doesn't matter. And next week, we get Season 3, and I'm super excited for that. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time today. This is going to be a fairly short one, hopefully. We're going to talk a little bit about 10.2, the free expansions they announced, and what that might mean for the rest of Dragonflight. So today, 10.2 is out for EU. NA have been testing it. They had extended maintenance, and EU was actually up like 4 hours earlier than they said, so I really feel sorry for NA. But I have been working hard this last week trying to prepare my characters. I can really only prepare the Demon Hunter in-game now because of the rework, and I've been putting together a lot of cheat sheets for my characters. I've been grabbing information like the stats for all of my characters, whether that be raiding or Mythic Plus, and various other bits and pieces like consumables, trinkets, enchants, and that sort of thing. So I kind of nerded out the other day. I created a bunch of Notion pages for the characters that I'm going to be playing. I still need to finish off the Warlock and maybe a couple more. But that means I have everything I need in one place and I can kind of tick things off as I go along. So this week, for me at least, of course, I'm going to explore the new zone and show you guys live on stream tomorrow for the Thursday stream. But I have the Demon Hunter reworked, both Vengeance and Havoc, and there are a handful of viable builds for both Raid and Mythic Plus, which is interesting. A lot of Mythic Plus this week, and I guess it's probably worth mentioning that if you are looking to push as high and as fast as you can next week for the first week of Season 3, then it's probably ideal that you complete a key as high as you can this week, because I believe it depletes by 11, I think the post said. So if you time a 21, you'll get a 10 sort of thing. I think if you don't time it, or maybe that doesn't matter, but maybe it goes down by 12. I really don't remember, but yeah, it's roughly 11. Now, Vengeance, because I want a tank for... I have been thinking about trying Vengeance, but I have a hard time when I play a character and let's say the Demon Hunter for Season 2 sort of thing. Now, over the years, if we go further back, I've been pretty blessed with Demon Hunter because we basically needed haste and verse for all styles of content. And the same went for tanking as well, so I didn't have to swap anything other than like maybe a weapon for more single target or, you know, the defensive trinkets. We moved into Dragonflight and the stats changed because of the builds. And I don't do well when I need to collect like crit and mastery for Mythic Plus and then crit and haste for raid. But it turns out, looking at the Wowhead posts that were made the other day and what people were saying about the Demon Hunter, it looks as if the stats are pretty much the same for Havoc, both Mythic Plus and raid, so we'll have to see on that. There might be different builds that might require maybe more haste for the single targets, so sort of thing, but I think for the most part I'm pretty good. But I really struggle when I have to collect various bits of get like different stats and different trinkets on the same character. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a dedicated healer and a dedicated tank, and that's probably going to happen like a few weeks in, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I'm really not sure. I don't know how much time I'm going to have, but I'm going to play a lot. I'm going to play a lot, at least to begin with. And with the Affliction Warlock coming up as well, it might limit the time that I have. But I'm going to try my best to acquire some Vengeance gear as well, because that does have different stats to Havoc in both Raid and Mythic Plus. I'm not so sure I'm going to do much of the Raid stuff, but I am available to off-tank for the team if they need it, and the community raids when we open it up. So I would like to tank the Raid at some point, but I'm more than happy to step in when needed. As for tanks and healers and what I'll play, I really don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm not going to pick something at the bottom. I'm going to pick something that's okay. Maybe not necessarily S tier, because if it's the Preservation Evoker, for example, that's just not happening, man. But along with the Demon Hunter, I will be playing my Paladin. Played a little bit over the last week on stream and stuff, and getting back into it because I'm really rusty and I've taken that time off, which has been much needed. I hope the Demon Hunter is good, because playing the Ret again, it just felt so right. So I've definitely got to keep continuing on the Paladin. I think I have a raid lined up on a Saturday that my Paladin can join because I desperately want the Legendary. And I'm kind of hoping with the Paladin that the Legendary saves the single target situation that we've got, but I'm not sure. It's great for AoE, it's great for everything, but in like Mythic Plus, the single target kind of comes down a little bit and others excel, and it makes me feel bad. Tyran weeks are awful. But yes, I will be playing a lot of the Paladin as well. Not as much as the Demon Hunter, obviously, but I'm going to try and keep the Rep Paladin as close to the Demon Hunter as I can. The Affliction Warlock for the 0 to KSH challenge. I don't know when that's going to begin, but I've let you guys down in the past. For the challenge characters, I had the Blood DK for Season 1. I said I was going to continue playing that. I really only played it for special occasions because it just filled me with so much anxiety. And it was a similar situation for healing on the Mistweaver Monk. It's such a hard healer to play in general. Like, I have failed. I'm sorry. I did not continue playing when I said I would. So, this season, the Affliction Warlock has to continue, and maybe I need to get like some 20s done maybe on the Warlock. I don't know what's going to happen after the challenge, because after the challenge is done, I'm going to see the state of Affliction. I'm going to see how comfortable I feel with it, and if I'm not feeling it and perhaps one of the other specs is much better, more suited to me, then I will consider playing one of the other specs. But I definitely want to carry on with the Warlock. This is the season of ranged, so it needs to continue. Along with that, I have 2 other challenge characters lined up. If I have time, I will definitely have time for one, and I'm pretty sure I'll have time for the other one as well. So you'll have a lot of content coming, although I think the last one will probably be done live on stream, so you get to see everything that's going on, everything that happens, uncut, of course, live on stream. But I think I'm probably gonna cut the VOD up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the VOD. I think I might just leave that and put it on the VOD channel itself, so it's there if you want it. All right, now I wanted to touch on the 3 expansions that were announced at BlizzCon, and we haven't really spoken about it much on the channel. 3 expansions announced. Now, the first one, The War Within, that comes in fall. Fall is what? It's going to be September to November. Now, I kind of, for whatever reason, feel like they're going to bring it forward a little bit more. I kind of feel like it's going to come at the end of September. But it also makes sense that it comes around the 20th anniversary, is it, next year in November? So I'm really not sure about that. But with the new expansions coming, and we'll talk about the rest of Dragonflight in a minute, they did say that content was going to come quicker. To me, that sounds like shorter expansion because of the 3 expansion saga that we got going on. I feel like the next one's obviously going to come and stay within the same time frame, and then I kind of feel like it's gonna last for 18 months, and in 18 months we get the second one. Another 18 months we'll get the third one. They've been asked so many questions about release dates, and they've avoided them in all of these interviews that I've watched, but they did say that they're not short on content. They did say that it was going to be jam-packed. And apparently there's some new systems that they haven't announced yet. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, but I'm also very skeptical. I kind of need this. And Friday, they've got the Blizzard Q&A that they didn't do live for whatever reason. So I'll be watching that, and hopefully we get some answers. But they did say the Dragonflight story hasn't finished, although this is the last big major update, the last raid tier. What does that mean for the rest of Dragonflight? The story isn't finished, so I have no idea what they're going to do with that. But it's like, to me, it's just going to be a bunch of quests, right? I mean, there's no new raid. No idea what they're going to do for the Mythic Plus season. They have already confirmed that it's going to be a fated season, but they haven't really elaborated on everything else. Like, they could introduce, I don't know, another system to go with it. And I just wanted to ask you guys, really, because Heimer within the community mentioned the fact that if we have fated raids, what does that mean for the legendaries? I believe there was the Diner system that was brought in, and in Shadowlands with the bow that you got from Sylvanas, you could upgrade it. You think that's still going to be a thing? So if we acquire the legendaries now on our characters, are they going to be relevant in Season 4? There's a big part of me that loves the fated system. It's exciting to picture some of the gear, like the Grief Torch paired with a beacon. Yowza. There are so many things, like the rings from the first raid, for example. It fills me with excitement, but at the same time, we're just going back to the 3 raids that we've already done, and we're going to be doing that for roughly 20 to like 30 weeks. Kind of feels bad in that sense, but the items and maybe the combinations that you can build with that is really exciting. But yeah, they could have something special lined up for season 4. We really don't know. The only thing I'm hoping, like, we let them get away with it because of COVID in Shadowlands. I accept that, absolutely fine. They're doing it again for Dragonflight, and I just don't want this to become the norm. I don't want season 4 to become like fated. We can't have this every season. It's just like an extra 20 to 30 weeks with the same content that we've been doing for the last 18 months. That doesn't feel good to me. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping they surprise us with something, or perhaps they're using this time. And if they are using this time to work more on the next expansions and make it so much better, and we don't have this last season in like limbo and recycled raids, then I think I'll let this one pass too. But of course, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But I'm pretty excited for season 3. I've been buzzing, jumping on it this week and playing with you guys live on stream, doing some chill keys. It's a bit of an inside joke if you were part of the stream the other day. Next week, season 3, I'm going to be grinding so much Mythic Plus. I cannot wait. And you guys are welcome to join me. I'll be very active on the Discord, as I suspect so many of you guys. If you're looking for others to play with, I highly recommend it. We've got the LFG channels for NA and EU, and it's going to be good. And along with that, we have the community raids on Thursday. So again, if you're interested in that, pop a message in the raid channel on Discord, and the guys will get back to you. All right, I have lots to do today, lots of preparation, so I'm going to leave you there. If you did enjoy today's video, a like would be much appreciated. Thank you to all of my Patreons. You can see their names scrolling on the screen right now. But that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.